Yeah, the palace is on like the west side of town, and you guys are being kept sort of on the south, between like where the slums and the cheap housing and the military barracks are.
Okay.
As far as I could tell, the north of the city has pretty much been abandoned at this point.
Right.
I don't see many people heading to and from it.
I think that we should, after we look at the tower, the castle, we could probably head to the north and see what we can find there. If it's abandoned.
Well, I was thinking we make our way, instead of trying to weave our way through the military barracks and risk being spotted trying to enter the palace, why don't we loop around to the north and come in from the manors, which could be abandoned.
Yeah.
And therefore there'd be less eyes watching us and we could sneak around easier.
Should we try to sneak, or should we just try to walk around in plain sight?
I think
we can always plead that we just got turned and we just came in. Well, not turned.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think if we walk normally through the slums and cheap housing,
yeah,
and sort of once we get towards the market merchant area, maybe then we start sneaking.
Yeah.
Tom, can we do that?
I'm keen on that. I'm keen on that.
So you're heading from the south to where first, and then the manor? Sorry?
We're heading like in an anti-clockwise direction around the city.
Okay, so you want to head up all the way through the merchant, through the decent housing to the manors, and then the palace.
Yeah, and just
it's a pretty big place. Yeah, you reckon that's going to take you, especially if you're sneaking, probably like 5 or 6 hours?
We're not going to sneak.
Okay.
We're just going to walk in plain sight for the time being.
It's probably still like 2 hours to do that, I reckon. Probably actually an hour to 2 hours, somewhere in there.
How big is this city? I can walk
pretty big
around
place.
in an hour to 2 hours.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I remember this was housing like thousands of people.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I guess.
You're doing like a circle of it, so yeah. It's a fair distance.
Yeah. Well, it's still like a little after 8. So yeah, let's get on it.
The investigation took about an hour, and so yeah, it's probably about 9:30. You notice that there's not a lot of foot traffic now. It's really quite cold outside. It's snowing a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no one seems to really care too much about what goes on inside the city. You do notice there's lots of people on the walls. Keeping an eye out. That's where most of the people seem to be at night.
Are they keeping an eye out in at all, or are they all their attention's facing outwards?
No, they're looking outwards.
Okay. So hang on, where did we get to by 9:30 roughly?
9:30 was before your journey had begun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the investigation took over an hour.
Yeah, okay. So can we start our journey through the slums?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you guys pass by Olaf's Tavern, and the whole thing has basically been like leveled and burnt. And as you go through the market/merchant area, you guys have like this weird feeling, I guess, and there's a strange smell in the air. It's not like rotting humans, it's something else, but it's definitely not pleasant.
Oh god, it's necromancy.
Roll me a perception check, I guess both of you. Yeah, Taylor, you reckon you see, like, as you're passing by an alleyway and moonlight is sort of like cascading through the alley, you notice something like dart and dash through. It doesn't seem like it's a large creature. It could just be like a crow or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I whisper to
Taylor.
Ash and I say, we're not alone in here. Just be ready.
Okay. Can I happen to, like, what's nearest? Am I able to find anywhere to like to sneak alongside or flank or something?
Yeah, so you guys are in like a merchant area. So what it is, it's the streets aren't that narrow, but they're made for like people to be walking through. And there's lots of sort of overhanging buildings. So yeah, you reckon you can like hide in a doorway and tuck in there or something, or like behind some barrels or what are you looking to do?
Well, I kind of want to go, like, I guess I'll hang back a little bit from Spurgeon. And
Oh, thanks.
no, not too far. I mean, like just a few meters, just like, and then stealth. That way, if anyone approaches them, they won't know that it's actually two of us. And I don't have any weapons or anything, do I?
I don't believe you got them back yet. I think you're going to get them back tomorrow morning if you can.
Yeah, we had to wait till the morning.
Yeah.
Because, we weren't able to actually become part of the barracks until I met with this guy in the morning.
Yeah. Fuck, we're kind of fucked then, boy. I shouldn't have left you. So this isn't like me bailing on him. Like, I'll just be like a good few steps
Yeah, just a few meters back.
behind.
You got a 20. Like you're feeling like the sort of the way the shadows and the light is here. You know you're pretty well hidden.
Nothing is going to spot you.
31, easy.
Okay, so are you looking at the map, Tom?
Yes.
So can we just say for reference, like I am where my token is now?
Yeah, sure.
And we're just
So
going up.
like the way I've drawn the buildings isn't exactly representative for how they are. Like these districts are bigger than they're represented there. It's probably like 20 buildings rather than 8.
Yep. But they're just bigger buildings in this wider areas.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, what does this temporary fencing area on the left, like what does that look like?
That looks like it's mainly been disassembled now. So like the big temporary fence thing that they'd erected.
So that's
like crude wiring wood.
A big
It's like-
courtyard type thing.
Yeah,
now?
it's a courtyard and it's muddy and it's dirty and people seem to be avoiding it. It doesn't appear to be very happy place.
All right, well, I want to go along like the northern, I want to hug the buildings along the northern side of this fencing area to try and save a bit of time.
Okay.
Instead of going right around the perimeter.
Can you roll me a perception check?
Oh, what the fuck am I perceiving, Tom?
Everything.
Oh, no, that's not enough. So yeah, you hear like a noise to your left, and then you feel like in your neck, like an intense pain start happening. And as you turn to your right to like react to the pain, you see something taking form in front of you as though it was completely invisible, and now it's becoming visible. And it looks like a little demonic monkey, but instead of arms, it's got wings. And you notice that its tail is extending straight out and actually sticking out of the side of your neck. Can you guys roll me initiative, please?
Oh, fuck this
Oh,
shit.
you guys are fucked.
Oh god, hand-to-hand combat I need.
So can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please, Taylor?
I rolled a 12, Tom.
Yeah. So as this thing like stabs you in the neck, you react pretty quickly, and you like turn around and slap the stinger at the side of your neck. And as you do, you notice like a green liquid just spray out. Luckily, none of it gets in your neck. The creature recoils.
Hang on, so none of it gets in my neck.
No.
Luckily. I don't like those.
But you do take 5 damage. Just from like the puncture wound.
Yeah. I won't dispute that.
Yeah, so this thing like looks forward at you and just like screeches in your face. Like I said, it's about the size of a spider monkey, but it's like flying in front of you. It looks a little bit scaly.
It came at you like a spider monkey.
Yeah. You go first, Tim.
Okay, sick. Okay, so where is the little piece of shit compared to like us?
So it's right in front of Taylor right now. It's like in front of his face, just like flying. And you're just like maybe 3-4 meters behind that, 10 feet behind that.
Okay.
Like you're behind
compared
Taylor.
to
He's
me,
in front.
yeah, so compared to me, how big is it? Like, if I'm like 3'2" or whatever.
It's a little bit smaller than you. It's probably only about 2 feet tall.
Oh fuck, that's pretty big.
It's pretty big, yeah.
I think I don't know what I can do. I've never fought without weapons before.
Kick
Do a
it in
flip.
the face.
Yeah, I was thinking flipping.
Do a flip.
Okay, yeah. Can I spring out of the darkness or spring out of my stealth and I do like a front flip axe kick onto it,
You can certainly do that, yes.
like you've seen in all the animes?
Oh, I've seen it. Roll me a d20 plus your strength modifier, and we'll see how well this kick goes for you.
Would it be strength straight up or would it be acrobatics into strength?
No, it'll just be strength straight up.
Fuck, that's my worst.
Tom's got your number, Tim.
Yeah. I believe you need like a special feat to use Dex for. Yeah, no, you just complete whiff. You like come in, like attempt to do a spinning kick, and you don't like completely fall on your face, but this thing is too small and too quick, and you just get nowhere near it.
That's way too funny.
You still got your rogue move, your dash, or bonus action.
So are we like in the middle of like an alley?
You are
So
just you're like down an alley well, not like a dark, dank alley. It's like one of the more main thoroughfares.
We're just
but
like
there's-
on a street, basically.
But
yeah,
I mean,
there's
are we like in the middle of the alley or are we on like the T-junction, like the
Yeah,
intersection?
you're on like a
part?
T-junction, so you're on like the edge of a house, and the imp was probably like above you on the edge of the house, and then flew down and stunned Taylor. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna dash back to the side of like the buildings. That way it can't come out from me from like crazy angles or anything. Like I could see it. So I'll like jump up against the wall, close to Taylor, like with my back against it.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
if that makes sense. Okay, cool.
No worries. So is that a disengage action?
Yeah. Oh, I guess it's dash or disengage. How close is
If you
the?
dash, you can get an attack of opportunity because you've tried to kick it. You're close
Okay.
enough. That it could
Yeah. Well, I guess how far away is the side?
It's like 10 feet. You won't be able to just disengage and do what you want to do. You have to dash.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess disengage.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you move away cautiously. It doesn't get to slash at you with its tail, or it's got like little claws. It looks like a pretty nasty little thing.
Yeah.
Okay, it is now your turn, Taylor.
Cloud of daggers.
Okay.
You're gonna fucking kill me, dude.
Well, no, because you're behind me.
No. Am I? I disengaged.
Yeah, he's behind you. You won't hit him.
Okay.
Yeah. So I cloud of daggers and I put it in a place. I know this thing's right in front of my face, but I'm a very good aim, so the daggers are going to be right in front of my face as well.
Yeah, okay.
If that makes
Roll
sense.
me that damage.
Oh, that's so shit.
7, yeah. So you notice it sort of starts screeching as your daggers start ripping into its back, and it tries to fly away. What do you want to do for the rest of your turn?
I'm going to give Tim Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. Axe kick coming at you.
So the daggers, like the first wave, had like taken big chunks out of it, and it looked very irritated. And then the second wave of like daggers hitting it, tear one of its wings off, and it just falls down into the cloud further and just gets torn to pieces. It's like just a whirlwind of blood.
Nice job, Spurgeon.
Okay, so
imps.
alright, so can I disengage my cloud of daggers?
Yeah.
And can I'm going to ask for a bit of grace here and say that perhaps its tail got severed and I could use its tail as a poisoned weapon.
No, it's just like a puddle of gore.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah, you can't discern one part from another right now.
Okay. I'm too good.
Yeah. So there doesn't appear to be anything else threatening you guys immediately, so we'll just drop initiative.
Yep.
Okay.
But you do get the feeling that this was a fairly noisy exchange. Like this thing was screeching and sort of talking in a language neither of you understood. So yeah, it's a little bit noisy.
All right.
Cool.
So I look to the south across like the fence, what was the fenced area, and do I notice if anyone has noticed the commotion?
No, you don't see any like immediate signs of alarm. You don't see people running over. Nothing really appears to have changed.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to sneak and keep making my way across.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep following him.
Yeah, you make it to the decent housing, just like
That was
nothing
nice.
seems to bother you. You have to like go through a clearing, and nothing seems to bother you in there. But that sort of weird sulfury smell is still sticking around.
Oh, so that wasn't the imp that was producing that smell?
It's sort of the whole area has that smell to it,
Okay.
like it's hanging in the air.
Right, what's this? Is this a wall between the decent housing and the manors?
Yes.
Shit. Is there a way over that wall?
There is a gate.
How
But
many-
it's got like big metal bars, and that's shut. And I mean, you reckon it's potentially jumpable, but it's pretty high.
Okay, how high does it look?
It's about 15 feet.
So do you want me to get up there for a look or something, Taylor? Or try to?
Well, I was just going to try and make my way over it so we could get into the palace.
Well, do you think you can get up there?
I don't know. I
15
don't
feet
know.
up.
I don't think I'm the most acrobatic person going around, except for carving it up on the D floor. Oh no, I'm going to plus 7. Let's give it a go.
Okay.
We're going to try and jump it, Tom.
Okay.
Can we work in unison? Like, can I perhaps use Tim as a step ladder and then hoist him up?
Yeah, sure.
You
Both of
do
you
it
roll
on
me
3 foot.
either acrobatics or athletics, whichever is better for you. Both of you roll it with advantage.
So we both roll with advantage.
I'll just roll it twice.
Well, I rolled a 22. I feel like that's pretty good. You rolled a 26. That's better.
Oh yeah, you guys hop on this wall with no issues.
Oh my
You're doing
god!
pretty
Oh
good.
my god!
What?
You guys are using all your good rolls.
We got fucking
That's
415.
fucking crazy.
All right.
broken program.
So
Yeah, you guys make it up, no problems. Yeah, and as you are climbing the wall, you notice that there's a different smell that sort of invades your nostrils. It's not sulfury as much as it smells like really bad. And as you get up over the, sorry.
Is it still like the goo body smell? Because that was
Yeah,
pretty bad.
it's the goo body smell, but it's a little bit different. And as you get up on the wall, you see why. You get the feeling that this manor area has just been completely abandoned, and it's used as like a dumping ground for all of like the bodies that haven't been able to be being buried yet. You notice there's like big parts of flesh golem in here still. There's like big piles that are just like, that was severed body parts, not entire bodies, and it's just like a nightmare spectacle. And they've been out in the like elements and stuff for so long that it's just gross.
Isn't it snowing? Shouldn't these be frozen?
Yeah, I mean it is, but during the day they'll thaw out in the sun. It's fine. So they've gone through like freezing, thawing, and just they're not kept nice.
Well, I guess we can walk along this wall and like keep
Yeah,
everyone.
let's keep sneaking our way along the wall.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneak. Do you have to roll sneak again?
Yeah, roll me another.
Oh,
I looked at Spurgeon. I'm just like, why do we ever team up with these other idiots? We don't need them.
we are killing it.
Okay, let's keep going though.
Okay, so what do I see at the end of this wall?
Yeah, so what this does, it's like the wall stays like the same height, but what happens is like the staircase is cut down downwards, and it goes to the first level of the palace.
So just get me into the palace straight away.
Yeah, this will lead you into like the first floor of the palace, basically.
Okay,
Yeah.
I go in, and I make my way up to where I'm still sneaking in case.
Yep.
What? Do
Oh,
I
yeah, so
know-
as you go in, no one there hasn't really been much effort to clean up this place. You don't no one's cleared all the gore off the floor, and the smell in here is it's even more horrible than it was when you were here like a month ago. But can you roll me a perception check?
I thought you'd ask that.
I'll roll one too.
Yeah, you both sort of. Yeah, so what you notice is that there's these really big footprints, which tread deeply into the gore, but they don't look like a toad foot. They look like a gigantic hoof. So some sort of giant cloven-hoofed animal has been walking through this gore.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's not what I want to know when I don't have weapons on me.
Yeah, so it's absolutely giant. It's probably the size of your chest.
Oh Lord.
And it leads to the gore. You notice that it leads to the staircase. And this staircase is one of the ones that has been sealed by. Do you remember that mage that you came here with?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a big stone pillar that halfway up the staircase just seals it off. But the footsteps lead to that staircase.
But is it still sealed off?
Yeah. There's a giant stone pillar.
Oh, okay.
If I look at the stone pillar.
So is there one set of hoof prints leading up and it's it's made its way through, or is there a set of hoof prints leading up and then it leads back down?
Do you think? Are you asking if footprints lead out as well as in?
Yeah, you said there's footprints through the gore up the stairs, but the stairs are blocked off.
Yeah.
So has whatever's left that turned around and come back, or have they moved the rock and then moved it back behind them?
Yeah, no, it just looks like a solid set of footsteps leading all the way up to that pillar.
Well, Ash, I don't want to fuck with this thing.
Yeah.
I vote we go somewhere else.